Welcome back for another cocktail. Today we're going to be enjoying a cocktail that has spawned one of, if not the most variations of all the cocktails, the classic whiskey sour. This is an incredibly easy cocktail to make. It just takes 5 ingredients, and when it's done properly, it can be one of the most enjoyable drinking experiences you can have. It's a drink I enjoy making for people the most because not only is it a beautiful cocktail, but it also shocks a very few who are not quite into whiskey or not familiar with having egg white in the drink. And it always leaves them with the same reaction where they're just like, whoa, this thing is good. Once they try it, they realize that it just tastes like a fresh lemonade with a white fluffy cloud on top and just a hint of bourbon on the back end. For this drink, the recipe calls for fresh lemon juice, simple syrup, your whiskey or bourbon of choice, an egg white, and Angostura bitters. Today I'm going to be using a low proof bourbon, which I recommend for people who aren't quite into whiskey or are trying to get into it. It's easier to drink and it still tastes delicious. For more experienced whiskey drinkers, you can use a higher proof bourbon, such as a Wild Turkey 101 or an Old Forester 101, to give you that little extra kick that you like at the back end. For those who don't know, proof is the amount of alcohol content that is in a spirit. So without further ado, let's get started on the classic whiskey sour. We're going to start with our cheapest ingredient first, which is 1 ounce fresh lemon juice, 0.75 ounce simple syrup, 2 ounces of bourbon. I'm using Russell's Reserve. It's just the best. We're going to crack our egg on a flat surface, not on the edge of our tin, because we don't want any eggshells or yolk in our drink. Separate the egg white from the yolk. Thought I got some there, but I didn't. And drop it in. You want to put your egg white into the opposite tin in the case that you mess up with cracking the egg and separating the yolk. You don't want to have to remake your drink all over again. Now, if you're not comfortable cracking and separating egg whites, you can use the store-bought egg white cartons. You just want to make sure that you shake it well before using it and make sure that you measure it correctly. You want to use about 0.75 ounce. If you use too much, it'll be way too frothy. If you use too little, it'll be boring and flat. Now you may think, I don't want eggs in my drink. That's disgusting. And trust me, it doesn't taste eggy at all. It's just a delicious foam top. Just think of like a beautiful cappuccino with that milk froth on top. It's just absolutely delicious. Now you want to go ahead and combine and give it a dry shake. This is just so that you're breaking up the egg white and you're making it frothy. Let's get shaking. There is going to be a little bit of spillage. Just a little bit. This is why my wife hates me. Now you're going to want to get a large cube of ice. You can use regular ice, however, that does water down your drink quite a bit. You want to go ahead and use a large cube so that it minimizes the dilution while still chilling your drink. Drop it in, shake. You want to go ahead and chill it first. Then you want to lock it and shake for about 10 more seconds. Now you want to go ahead and get your chilled coupe glass so that it's nice and cold. You want to pour it over a fine mesh strainer to catch any ice particles. And look at how gorgeous that looks. That is just absolutely delicious. Now 2 to 3 dashes of Angostura bitters on top. I like to give it a little swirl to give it that latte art look. Garnish it with a beautiful lemon twist. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Every time I make this drink for someone, they just always give me that absolute shocked look like, oh man, we're in trouble tonight. Damn, I can't stop sipping it. I need to stop talking for a second. The fresh lemon juice just pairs so well with the bourbon, especially with the egg white foam top. It's just delicious to drink. It still gives you that great bourbon flavor without it being so overbearing, which is why I say to use for the low proof stuff, where if you like that bourbon punch, you want to go ahead and use the higher proof stuff. But this is just absolutely delicious. It's easy to drink and it's incredibly easy to make. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, this is a cocktail that has a lot of variations. I will be making future videos on those variations along with my personal whiskey sour. I hope you enjoyed this amazing cocktail with me. If you like this video and you want to see more, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support is truly important to me. And if there is a cocktail that you'd like me to make, please share it in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to make it in a future video. Cheers. Wow.